Alright, for evidentiary purposes, I am about 12 feet away from the private property line. It appears that a security guard is approaching me.
Sorry, sir, you can't be doing this here.
Sorry, I can't hear you. What was that?
You can't be doing it here.
I beg to differ, man. I got rights, dude.
You need to do it across the street.
Look, dude, I am not in violation of anything, man.
Yeah, you are. You're in violation of being here on property.
This is your property?
This is our property.
This is not your property.
Yes, it is, sir.
No, it's not, man. I'm not joking, man.
Neither am I.
You literally don't know your jurisdiction.
This is our
Seriously.
This is the property of Valley of the Peaks, and we do not.
I know that's your mall over there. This ain't your property, man.
This is also our
this
property.
median right here.
You got the sign right here.
Dude, I'm not mistaken, man.
106 to 102.
You guys got some serious issues. I'm being dead honest with you. How do you?
Go ahead.
Call the police.
Man, what is wrong with you guys?
It isn't.
Copy that. It was individual trespass. Is that correct?
Yes, he is.
My gosh, what is wrong with you guys?
Trespass. I'm calling the police right now, pressing charges.
Oh man, are you guys ready? You're falsifying information to authorities. Are you ready to be charged with that? Are you willing to be charged with that if you're wrong?
You want to stand here right there until the police get
Are
here?
you willing to be charged
You
with that?
stand right here.
Hey, I'm not refusing to leave because this ain't your private property.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. How do you know that?
Property of the. It's the property.
How do you
of
know that?
Village at the Peak.
Oh, I know where Village of the Peaks is. That's right over there.
That's also right here.
No, it's not,
Yes,
sir.
it is.
Again, are you willing to be charged with falsifying information to authorities if you're wrong?
Okay.
You said yes?
Okay.
No? You just called the police and you just reported to them that somebody is on
It's
property
your
that you think is
property.
yours that isn't
May
yours.
not be.
I'm not joking you, man. I'm a reasonable person. You don't know your jurisdiction. I do. You got issues, man. I'm very reasonable. I work with you guys all the time. You are
Where do you work
mistaken.
with us all the time?
I work
do you
with
work
security
with us
guards. I
all?
work with police all the time. I have to deal with them all the time because of amateurs, cronies like you guys that don't know your jobs. I'm not freaking joking you, man. I don't mean to be so pissed, but when you come out here and you accuse me of something that you don't have any substantiating information, I know you're bluffing, man. You're full of shit. So call the police. I don't care. I'm not breaking the law. Seriously, man. You think I would just come out here and just willy-nilly go trespass on private property?
102 to 106.
Go ahead.
Inside the Burger King or is he on the lot?
He's in the median
False-
outside of Burger King.
Falsifying information authorities. Well, that's a security guard, so that's not necessarily falsifying to a cop yet. But if he's calling the cops, man, you guys are so mistaken. I wouldn't be so quick to assume things, man. Seriously.
Stay away from the ass and leave. That is confrontational.
I asked him to leave and he got confrontational with me.
Nope, I told him that I
Yeah, you
wasn't
did.
refusing to leave because this wasn't his
I
property.
told you couldn't be doing this here.
Amen. Confrontational indeed.
And you got confrontational with me.
Yeah, because I don't need to respect it when you tell me to leave when something is not
Because
your
you
property to
cannot
leave.
do this here.
I'm not on your property. How simply can I put it? Sorry, bud. I know my rights, man. You don't. You're making false accusations, man. I'm so sick and tired of this, man.
2 to 106.
Go ahead.
Put it right in the description.
Green pair of jeans, black jacket, a black pack on his back, long hair, red beard.
That's me. I got nothing to hide.
About right in your notepad as well.
Say that again, please.
I did your notepad as well.
So, how did you establish that this is your property? Anything? You don't know your jurisdiction. You are a crony. I would highly suggest trying not to get a job as a cop. You'll probably get in much bigger trouble. But right now, you basically are committing a crime of supplying false information to authorities, false reporting. I think that's Colorado Revised Statutes subsection 188111. You gotta check yourself, man.
Go ahead.
Dispatch wants to know if he's intoxicated.
I would say no.
Hey, you got one thing right. So again, I ask, how did you establish that this is your jurisdiction? Hey man, you don't gotta tell me. You'll probably have to tell the cops. They're gonna want to know, or at least they should. Should we just take your word for it? I'm dead serious, man. You're in so much trouble right now. You're falsifying information to cops. What's next? Them false arresting me for trespassing when I'm not really trespassing? That's pretty bad, man. That means either them and or you are subject to a false imprisonment lawsuit. You should probably be fired, if not jailed, for what you're doing right now.
2 to 106. Is there a sharp object in the man's hand?
No. On the sign.
Make sure you tell them where I'm holding my sign. Just for the record, you see where I'm standing? 2 feet away from the edge of this curb. Not your property. I can't believe you guys. You know, it's not very nice to pretend that you know information that you don't really know. Is that Foth? F-O-T-H? Is that your last name?
Thank you very much, man.
So I asked this gentleman here, how he's substantiating that this is his property. Are you sure this is his your guys' property?
We have a site map in our office. We own everything on this side of the sidewalk.
On that side of the sidewalk.
If you cross the street, we don't own any of that.
As far as I can tell, that sidewalk is like a good 7, 8 feet in.
We take care of the grass as well.
That grass on that side?
Yeah, so everything across the street is not our property.
So where's the, what do you mean? Where's your property line?
I honestly couldn't tell you 100% right now without a map on me, but we did ask you not to do this Friday, so my boss has informed me to try to press charges on me this time.
Oh, believe me,
Yes,
on
'cause you're
Friday,
infringing on our rights.
oh boy, you are in so much trouble.
Am I, sir?
Oh man,
For free speech?
no, me for free speech. You guys are infringing, well, you're not cops, so you can't really infringe on my free speech.
Yeah,
But I am
exactly.
not breaking law right now. I am not
Sir,
trespassing.
you are on private property. We
No, I'm
absolutely-
not. I literally, okay,
We'll
I
let the
will work
officers
with you
decide.
guys.
Do not talk to this man.
Ha!
We'll let the
You guys are so screwed. You don't even know your jurisdiction, man. Just smile away,
It's
man.
beautiful.
Smile away. Did you say Fort Collins? That's where I'm from.
Oh, really? You don't say.
Man, you are such a crony. Why the attitude?
What?
Why the attitude?
What? What attitude? I'm just smiling. It's a beautiful
Hey,
day.
man. Do you know why I'm out here?
To try to sue people for money?
Oh, dude. Wrong idea, man. I have to be out here because I don't get help from my family for a lot of medical and legal problems.
And you couldn't do this across the street where we don't have to come out and ask you for it.
I'm not in violation of anything here. This is public property.
We'll let the police decide that.
Oh, dude.
Hey, if they take you
They,
away, I'm
guess
right.
what?
If they
Guess
don't,
what?
you're
The
right.
point is on Friday, they refused to go look up their own maps because they didn't want to correct you guys. You're
Well-
both in big trouble. Between
What?
you and the cops, you both have false imprisonment lawsuits out on you.
Really?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, no kidding.
You don't know your
This is
jurisdiction.
exciting.
You literally don't. What's your name anyway, by the way?
I don't have to tell you that, actually.
Oh, that's cool. I'll find out and
Oh,
nevertheless.
you sue me, but that's not why you're here.
Yeah, I will actually. You want to know
No,
why?
that's not why you're here, though.
Did you know that when you falsify information to cops, you're subject to a
I'm
false
not
imprisonment?
falsifying information.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You're saying I'm on your property when
See,
I'm not.
But you're not sitting there and listening to me. If the police take you away, then obviously I'm right. If they
No,
don't take you away, then
That's
you're
the
right.
thing. Cops could be wrong too. Are you kidding me?
Well, you could be wrong.
Oh, I'm not wrong.
Well, how prove it?
I looked up maps.
Show me the map.
Why the fuck should I have to show you
Why
guys
should I have
maps?
to show you a map?
Because this is your burden, man.
You're the one.
You're
that's
the one that has to
trespassing.
tell the cops that.
I'm sorry
Are
you
you
feel that way,
kidding
sir.
me, man?
I'm sorry you feel that way, sir.
Burden of proof, dude.
I'm sorry you feel
I'm
that
not
way.
stupid, dude. I know how to look at maps.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I do. Man, I can't wait to sue you guys.
Oh, please, please, please. sir.
Oh,
I hope that you
please.
Have a wonderful afternoon. I'm sorry that you're having a
Oh,
bad
man.
experience with us.
You guys are in so much trouble. I can't believe your attitude.
Let's see who's in trouble.
You are a crony. You don't know your jurisdiction.
See, I don't have family
You
to
are
take care of,
blind.
so I have to have a job.
You are blind.
I am.
Do you have any idea how busy I am right now? Did you just tell me to get a job?
No, I did not. I'm having a conversation with this man. Whatever you
Hey,
want,
it's cool, man.
to you.
I just heard the word job. I get shit all the time. People think I'm lazy or scamming. Dude, I'm a full-time lawyer, man.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty fun job. Full-time lawyer.
Hey, no one else is policing the police. Someone's got to. They're not holding themselves to the fire. They're certainly not holding you guys to the fire. You guys are all cronies. You're a racket.
I'm
You're a
sorry, sir.
mafia.
I'm sorry you feel
You're
that
not
way,
policing yourselves.
Sir. Sorry you feel that way, sir.
No, I don't feel that way. I know that.
Sorry you think you know that, sir.
You really think I'm bluffing, man?
I really
I-
don't really mind, sir. You have freedom of speech. You can say
I
whatever
do.
you want.
No, I have freedom of speech to
Okay.
stand on public property.
On public, this is private.
Nope, this is public property.
You're more than free to think that way.
Nope,
sir.
I don't think that. I know that.
You're more than happy to.
Oh man, you are so mistaken. Hey, are you willing to admit that you're wrong if I prove that you're wrong?
If I had proof that I was wrong, then yes, I'm willing to prove I was wrong.
Are you willing to take a charge for supplying false information to authorities?
No, because I'm not false.
But you are, though!
But I'm working for.
No,
a company
you're not,
telling me
dude. You
to-
just called the cops and said that I was on your private property when I'm not!
If you're not here instigating, then why were you asking me Friday when you're right back here? And then
Because I
every
know
other
my
word-
rights!
Every word out of your mouth has been sued. You've lied to me since you've been.
No, I haven't. I have been 100% correct. Why don't you guys charge me then? Why don't you guys charge me for telling the cops that I'm on public property?
What?
cops refuse to look up their own maps.
Sir, I'm sorry you feel this way.
Dude, I'm not retarded. Do you know how many rodeos I've been through? I know how to look up your maps, your GIS systems, your plats.
I want to tie your shoes too.
Dude, I don't know how much more. I'll give you it all. I have a plat of this place. You're not on private property right now, man. Dude, it's your plat. Oh man, you guys are so busted. Yeah, we will. Hey, I hope you have a good day too, man. I hope they take you away to jail. False reporting to authorities.
We'll make sure that you do false reporting all the time.
Hey, how's it going?
Bill or William?
Am I being detained right now?
I just had to wonder, like,
You guys got
should I call you Bill or should I call you William?
your body cam running?
My body camera?
Yeah.
No.
You guys,
I don't have
You guys
this-
have body
this-
cam?
This is a phone.
is it going? Is
Not
it
a
running
body
right now?
camera, no.
Do you have body cam?
I don't have a body cam.
So this is not being recorded right now? Oh man, you guys should probably start recording stuff. Anyways,
No, we're just having a conversation. You're not-
yeah, but it's pretty important. I mean, you know, to protect yourself. You know, and also I wanted to have a record of this, but whatever, cool.
Are you,
But-
is it Bill or William? What do you like?
Well, you know, I don't want to give my name unless I have to. So the first question I always ask is, am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so I'm being detained.
You are.
Am I being detained for the purposes of an investigation using reasonable suspicion? Or am I under arrest using probable cause?
Reasonable suspicion.
Okay, good. I like, you know, black and white scenarios. Okay, so do you require my name? Do you want my name?
Yeah.
Sure, William Montgomery.
Okay. What's your date of birth?
7785.
What's that?
7785?
7785?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got nothing to hide. I am a law-abiding citizen,
Okay.
and if we could talk this through first,
Yeah.
in the sense
That's
that,
what
like,
we're here for. We're not here to do anything else but talk about
oh,
what's
okay,
going
good,
on right now.
because
So what
Cops have a
understand-
habit of
what I understand
rushing
is that
things.
you were asked not to be on this property on Friday. Is that
yes.
correct?
Well, that's a very loaded statement. I would say this is the best I could summarize it. These security guards, who don't know their jurisdiction, called the police. You answered, which you're supposed to. When you showed up, they further falsified the information that this is their private property. I humbly asked the police officers to go look up their maps because they know jurisdictions. They said they had maps. They said they didn't need to look up the maps because they knew that this area was private property from McNulty. He said he's been working here for 10 years. I told him I looked up maps. He even told me, he asked, well, I told him, you know, I looked up your Longmont map, just government maps, you know, straight up on your website there. He did confirm with me that he kind of patronized me. He's like, hey man, did you look up, you know, Boulder County's property map too? And I was like, yeah, of course. And so I tried to explain to him that this isn't my first rodeo, and I know my jurisdiction, and I know my rights.
We've talked with the management here, and this is their property.
And see, that's the thing, is that I wasn't able to get him to ask them for a map. Nobody confirmed a map. He never looked at a map. You guys literally decided to sort of cut your investigation short, and basically you denied the exculpatory evidence, which would have been on your phone or on your laptop. And you didn't go look it up. And so I'm in the same boat again because I don't want to do your jobs for you. I mean, I have it on my phone. I can pull it up in half a second. But he
What
said
are you talking about pulling up?
maps,
Okay.
jurisdictions. Yeah, and it's very obvious where the property line is. There's no question. This is no
Where's the
wishy-washy.
property line according to your maps?
Well, see, that's the thing, is that I didn't want, just like I didn't want to with him, I don't want to do your guys' job for you because I don't want to help you out of crimes. You guys should know your jurisdictions. There's no reason why you would need me to show you that information. It's not even exculpatory information that I need to exonerate myself with. It's kind of like I shouldn't need to show my receipt at a Walmart to not get false reserve shoplifting. That actually happened twice now because they just profile me and they think guilty until proven innocent. And then, right after I get arrested, I show them the receipt. And so, burden of proof is not on me. And these gentlemen here, while they have their property, they have their jobs, you guys are technically not allowed to take them in good faith or for their word. If you can look up readily available exculpatory information, you have an obligation to, assess, include in your totality of circumstances for your probable cause. And the previous officers, Officer Terry there too, who he has denied my exculpatory information in the past as well, you guys just try to freeze frame your investigation because you basically don't want to exonerate me, and you don't want to turn around and charge them with falsifying information. So I'm out here again because I know my rights. 100%. There is no way in hell that I'm going to be convicted of trespassing, nor should I be charged. So I'll tell you guys.
If you confirm that this is their property, then you will be charged.
See that? Okay, that's the thing. We never got to that before, and that's why I was calling you guys' bluff before, both them and you guys, because
Well, it's a dangerous game. If you call a bluff and you're on their property, we are charging you this.
But it's not a bluff because
You want to look it up, I'll hang out with you.
if you're willing to look it up this time, bam, that'd be the step further that you guys didn't do last time. I got nothing to hide.
Well, when we do look it up and it is their property, you will be charged. You understand that, right?
I agree that would be the scenario. However, on the flip side, since there's a checks and balances in all of this, I would humbly ask that if I'm right, these gentlemen get charged with falsifying information authorities because they are willingly, knowingly doing this. I asked them multiple times for their maps. They said they knew their property. He said he had a map.
I believe them. I believe that they know this is their property.
Well,
Because
if
they're
you
the
go,
security guards here and you don't own this property.
Probably,
They are the
what
ones
would
that
probably
need to
happen is
communicate.
if this comes to find out that this is not their property, this is not private property, there would probably be an education to give those guys saying you have every right to be here. And
yeah. Well, they.
But they're acting
yeah.
in good faith, thinking that this is their property. So that's good faith.
Well, a couple of
Okay,
things
so we're
is
not
that
gonna
they
charge
had they said they had a map, so I don't think that map would be accurate.
them. Well, if they have a map and it says that this is their property, we're talking about their map.
Well, I can guarantee you, I have a better map than they do.
How do I know your map isn't falsified?
Oh, I have the map.
What do you mean, the map?
I mean, I don't have to. That's the whole thing. Is I also should show you guys my maps anyway because I could have falsified them. These are things that you could go look up yourself.
That's what I'm saying. If we look it up and we figure out this is their
information that
property.
we have, and if it's
May I ask
but
what?
you'll have the opportunity to go to court if we
Yeah,
are charged.
May I ask what sort of maps you guys do refer to?
Well, they're going to call it dispatch. Dispatch will do it for us. I don't have in my car a big book of maps, and so we rely on dispatch.
You
Who then goes to Access City Records.
Yeah, exactly. You
I
have a
don't do
GIS
that.
platform.
I don't do that. They do that.
Okay,
For me.
but have you ever used an app on the beat?
I was in the Marine Corps for 20 years.
I mean, because they're obvious. I mean, if you just Google long maps, it's going to be the first result.
No, I probably know maps better than probably almost anybody because you don't do 20 years in the Marine Corps and not know how to read a map.
Hey, absolutely.
So,
Yeah, I
but
guess
we're not land nabbing here. This is all property lines, and so
precisely.
yeah, so they'll do that for us. Based off the information they give us, that's what we'll go off of. If you decide that that's still not correct, you'll have that opportunity to explain that to the judge, or if it gets
Oh
down
yeah,
to
yeah.
that.
Believe me. This is a gambling game, and I know my rights, and they
Yeah.
claim they know their rights.
Yeah.
The whole thing that I have trouble with is that if you guys are capable of determining this time around,
Yeah.
and you're actually willing to take that extra step, why didn't Officer McNulty and Carey do that 2 days ago?
I'm not.
They told me that they didn't need to go look at maps. Very big problem there, because now you can't really say that you have to take them in good faith.
Yeah.
You don't have to take their word for it. You shouldn't, especially when someone
Yeah.
tells you something more accurate. I'm just put it this way, man. I'm not trying to sue people,
Yeah.
but I've collected 29 federal lawsuits now
Wow.
from dirty cops up and down the Front Range, man. Fort Collins, Boulder, Longmont, Federal Heights, Westminster, Aurora, Denver, Commerce City, and all it is very simple math. All it is I get effectively ticketed at a reasonable suspicion level
Yeah.
when it's supposed to be at a probable cause level, and then you guys finish the other half of your investigation after I get ticketed.
Have you been
Things always get dropped.
fairly successful?
Oh, minus 2 or 3 wrongful convictions, which I have to appeal because once it goes to court, the court's supposed to be deciding if I'm definitely guilty, but if these reasonable suspicion tickets get into court, then the court decides that I'm probably guilty, and then basically they don't want to have to get after the cop for not finishing his investigation. Easy appeals, so.
Yeah.
But other than that, the other, these are just federal lawsuits for cops. Depending on how you count, we have 45 federal lawsuits because there's some that are against security guards, but we counted one day between my brother and I.
Oh,
Upwards
so
of
we-
over,
okay.
yeah,
Brother knew. Okay.
upwards of over 60 false imprisonments
Dang.
because cops don't know their job. So minus those 3, everything else drops,
Yeah.
and they always use the exact same excuse, which is, well, that's for courts, or that's what probable cause is for. But I mean, some of these scenarios are so bad. Like,
Are they?
I'll 2 examples. At a Walmart, I won't show my receipt. I'll get false arrested for shoplifting.
Uh-huh.
The security guards will say, you didn't pay for this item. They'll go check the register. The one that I paid at, no less.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they fail. And there's a difference between not paying at a register, which I paid at a different register,
Yeah.
and actually seeing somebody with your 2 eyes steal from the wall. That's where you get your probable cause for. Because there's
Oh, so they didn't see you do
They
that?
never
just
saw me.
Kind of went off of.
yeah, and they themselves have told me in their job descriptions that they are supposed to go look and see from the wall, past the register, out the door. That's how you get your shopkeeper's privilege type probable cause.
Yeah.
But they don't get reasonable suspicion. They only have shopkeeper's probable cause. But nevertheless, I'll show my receipt right after I get arrested, and they'll be like, "Oh, why didn't you show us before?" And it's like, come on, burden of proof. You're not even supposed to be detaining me while you go start an investigation.
Right.
And so another example, this happens all the time. Private drives that we're on, top secret public roads, kind of like this scenario. And so Boulder, really obvious one too. It was a mall private property, which if they don't mind, they don't come out, then that's fine. They have giant private drive signs there that say no city maintenance. And one even said no trespassing, but obviously there's a formal warning type, you don't have to get permission first to get on property. But the whole point is that you can't, it's mutually exclusive, correct me if I'm wrong, a public road and a private road in terms of applying your municipal ordinance, no median, for instance.
Well, I mean, I can't enforce a whole. There's only certain things I can enforce on private property.
Yeah, but a median, that's on the definition of a median is that it's on a public street or highway. You couldn't apply that to a private drive, especially at least one that you could get a trespassing charge on, because you can't trespass people off of places that are declared permanently open to the public.
Right.
Yeah,
Unless
might be
unless
an
they violate
easement.
like city ordinance, like camping on it or something.
Yeah, exactly. There might be easements, but these aren't landlocked properties, and easements are usually agreements only between 2 people. And so what happens is, I kid you not, it's like a black hole we keep catching. Cops don't know the difference between open to the public, an easement type right of way, and a public street, public highway type public right of way. And so I have a Federal Heights one where they think it's open to the public. He wrote me a public median statute and a private property trespass ticket on the same ticket. How do you push that master break? But anyways, the Boulder cop, they arrested us. We tried to point to them. We tried to explain. We looked at the maps ahead of time.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't even go around the 5 feet that was right there and look at the signs. We're all pointing to them. So they're denying their scope of evidence, because what they're trying to do is that they're trying to retain their probable cause. That's how we call it. And
Are you and your brother like just on your own? Or are you guys part of like a group that's kind
we're
of?
just screwed by ourselves. Came from a Mormon household. No help there. Don't drink that Kool-Aid.
I was raised
Oh,
Mormon
shit.
actually. I'm not Mormon anymore, but I was raised Mormon too.
They don't believe us. They wronged us a lot when we were kids. I got wrongfully convicted of crimes when I was a kid. Basically, 10 years go by. We're trying to get our jobs, places, cars together. We end up losing our jobs anyway, medical problems. And so when we became homeless, up in Fort Collins, they're really bigoted. Turns out they're everywhere. But that's where we started. And we started getting illegally ticketed, and we kind of caught on to the way they basically try not to tell the difference between conduct and status. They basically pick us up on profiles as if we're transients, but we're innocent homeless people, and they don't use their elements, that kind of profile.
Yeah.
They just go off of, you know, like for instance, they're trying to criminalize someone who doesn't show a receipt must not have paid. Instead of doing that, you have your jobs. Your guys' job are two jobs. You are supposed to find the guilty. You're also supposed to exonerate the innocent, and you're not supposed to send those things off to a courtroom or a DA or a CA for them to exonerate the person. Sometimes, yes, absolutely. The probable cause is a function of information to exigency. Yes, for some very important crimes that they're imminent, violent, they might get away.
Sometimes
you
it's tough,
can lower
like I
your
said,
bar.
Sometimes I've been explained it's like 51%, is probable cause sometimes. Like when you have say like a DV, domestic violence, if there's been a crime committed, we have to arrest. It's Colorado law.
Oh yeah.
So there'll be times where it's not a whole lot, but if there's any sort of like probable cause, not meaning like, reasonable doubt, but probable cause that there's been a crime committed between two intimate partners, unfortunately we have to arrest. And sometimes down the road, they decide that the burden of proof isn't there, and they don't get convicted. But we are mandated to.
The Constitution does not guarantee that only the guilty are arrested, as they say. However, the Constitution does guarantee that only the probably guilty are arrested.
Sure, That's the whole probable cause concept.
Yeah.
You got to be, like I was told, at least 51% probable.
Yeah. Some people put it down to about 40, 40 to 51, something like that, because it's not necessarily more likely than not, as the courts rule.
I look at it like, so I have like two people. I have him and her. He says one thing, she says another thing. 50-50 at that point. Yeah. Unless she's got marks on her. Yeah. And he's got bruised knuckles.
It's very interesting you say that. This is the exact type of scenario that we ran into. There's a case out there, very popular, KHUL, KHUL versus Burtis, BURTIS. Basically, it was a fight between two people. It was actually one perpetrator, one self-defender, and the victim. And there was a witness to it, independent witness. Cops show up. They get 5 minutes of the perpetrator to talk to him about the story. They get like 20 seconds, and they refuse to listen to the witness. They go ahead and arrest the victim with the charge of assault. And of course it drops later, all the evidence comes out. But nevertheless, the cops lacked arguable probable cause in their 42 U.S.C. 1983 claim because they refused to accept and integrate into their charging analysis readily available exculpatory information. They didn't talk to the witness. And so, in this same type of scenario, 2 days ago, they wouldn't go look at a map. That map is the witness, and they just trusted that, something. Okay, let's put it this way. I understand, based upon other case law, there could be close to scenarios where, if there is a genuine dispute between where the property line is, and I'm too close to it, that is left for court beyond a reasonable doubt. What I'm saying is this type of scenario, it is so cut clear, so black and white of where the property lines are that I don't believe these guys know their jurisdiction, and I don't think the officer McNulty or Carey knew his either. And they try and freeze frame it because basically what they didn't want to do is they didn't want to have to look at the map, return to the security guard, possibly charge him with falsifying information.
Yeah.
You would have to go ask him, how do you think this is your property?
Well, it sounds like a case actually I had a couple days ago. We had over, I don't know the address, it's like South Berry. There's a big open field there, and there's a bunch of like transient camps kind of hiding in the bushes and stuff like that, right? So we go there because we get a complaint of like there's some stuff going on. So we go there, and sure enough, there's transient camps. There's no transients there right now. They're gone, but
all their stuff is there.
But then we're like, well, who owns this property? So come to find out, Tebow Real Estate owned it. Well, without contacting Tebow Real Estate, for them to say, yes, we want to trespass, we couldn't do anything. So we ended up just kind of walking.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of down the road, and we get a hold of Tebow, and he says, I don't want anybody on my property. But then, then we can enforce, because he wants us to enforce, the rules of his property.
Yeah. I'm not joking. I'm exercising my rights. This time, they took it one step further than 2 days ago, and they are looking up the map they refused to earlier. So, nope. 29 federal lawsuits because of this crap. So, because they don't want to turn to their security guards and charge them with supplying false information to authorities. And I'll tell you this, I have the plat in my back pocket for the area and a map ready to go. But that's not my job. Burden of proof ain't on me.
Well, they're not
So.
trying to do anything to you, are they?
No, they're just detaining me, you know, with reasonable suspicion because somebody. No worries, we'll talk later.
All right, I'll be back around to check on you.
Yeah, thanks. Am I still being detained? Okay, cool. I concede to your authority. Hey, you're gonna charge those security guards with falsifying information to authorities, right? You're not gonna charge them? Come on, guys! Hey, check this out, a plat! Hey, look at this! A plat of the city property! Look at this! What is this? A map! Hey, can you do me a really huge favor?
I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm gonna go talk to these
Hey,
guys.
do me a favor, accept this as evidence into this case, and please charge these security guards and the previous one for falsifying information to authorities.
Well, let me go talk to the sergeant
Yeah.
first. I don't know what's going on. They
It's
just
a-
told me let's leave. So.
Hey man, it's a Boulder County map that Officer McNulty said that he knew about himself. He
Okay.
mentioned Boulder County himself, and we agreed that I looked at Longmont's similar looking map to it. It's a higher resolution map,
Okay.
but it's so easy. I look up plats all the time for these types of places.
Yeah.
That's a plat for this place.
Okay.
So if you're curious, the property line is right there.
Okay.
And I'm not joking. I tried to work with them. Please charge these officers, security guards, with falsifying information. I'm not joking. They were sure. I asked them. I asked them, "Are you sure you want to call the cops on this?" And they're like, "Yeah, this is our property."
I think you can only
So.
charge her if they knowingly, cause it. Otherwise, we have to educate them like you're educating, saying, "Hey,
True.
guys, this actually is
Yeah.
not your property. It actually ends like right here." So,
Yeah.
you know, more of an education
Oh yeah.
probably for 'em.
Well, actually, I've been waiting for this answer. Thanks for getting this far with me on this investigation. I'll let you go after this. You're not being detained. But I will say this. That mens rea is not necessarily something that you should be deciding. Sounds like you have probable cause to get them into court for a jury to decide or a judge to decide on that. I wouldn't be so hasty
Let me go talk
to
the
not
sergeant.
charge them
All right.
because this has happened twice now. Oh man, come on, guys. No. They were like, bye! I told you. Hey, go look up my YouTube channel, Guilty Until Proven Innocent. Send me a message. We'll talk later.